Hi everyone, in this video we will deal with just spine waves, very simple spine waves. They are great for warming up the spine, morning, evening, it's good every time. So let's get started. We will start with the simple one. Those of you who come from yoga, you know this very well, it's the cat pose. So place yourself on hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and start rounding your back vertebrae by vertebrae. And with an inhale, arch your back, chest stretches forward, look forward. With an exhale, arch your back, push up your vertebrae, and with an inhale, arch. And keep doing this. Try to notice all your vertebrae, one by one, go slowly. Use your breathing, work with the breathing. There's breathing until there's movement. So the breathing lasts as long as the movement itself. And slowly start to put a forward-backwards movement. So with an exhale, round your back and move backwards your pelvis. With an inhale, arch your back and move forward. And do this in the rhythm of the breathing. It can be slower, it can be faster. It should feel good. And slowly stop in the middle. You can close, just to make the spine go this way as well, close the right shoulder to your right hip. And then left shoulder to the left hip. Do this a few times. Close it with an exhale. Inhale middle, exhale other side. And then we can do 3D Marjorie. So arch your back, chest forwards. And as you round your back, start closing the right shoulder to the right hip, and then round your back, move to the middle, and close the left shoulder to the left hip, and then arch your back to the middle. Start to close the right shoulder with the right hip, round your back, move to the other side, and then arch your back. And start doing this 3D Marjorie. Maybe you are going very slow because you first need to practice the movement itself. It's better if you have the movement and go slowly than if you go fast and miss some phases of the movement. So let's go the other side now. So arch your back, close the left shoulder to the left hip, round your back, move to the middle, move to the other side, and arch your back again. Back in the middle. And do this slowly. Basically, we are putting together the two previous movements into one movement. Okay, slowly relax and stand up. Now that we have these movements, we can put them into practice in standing. So we will do the same, almost the same spine movement, but like standing. So you can use a wall. We already practiced this. If you're practicing with me, you can use a wall to see if you're putting all of the parts in the same distance. So first bend your knee and then push the hip forward, stomach, chest, throat, chin, nose. And then start again. Slowly. Every movement has its place. Don't miss anything. It's really great to practice after a while in front of a mirror to see what you're missing. Usually the upper body moves together at first. So you need to make it very conscious in the upper part of the spine to use it all. Use it vertebrate by vertebrate. And you can use a wall. I hope it can be seen somewhat. You can use a wall to see just barely not touching the wall, just 1 centimeter apart. Every body part: knee, hip, stomach, chest, throat, chin, nose. The throat will be a bit further apart, probably. And if you have the movement, you can make it more relaxed, a bit faster. If you're learning it for the first time, take your time, take it slow. And slowly stop, relax the body a bit. It's really great. This kind of movement we don't often do in our everyday life. It's really great to teach the body again to use the spine. And if the upper spine, for example, can move freely, more freely, then it will optimize the usage of the spine much better, and your waist will hurt less, probably. Okay, let's go with a bit with the upper body first. You can use a target, your hand, put it on your sternum, and try to push away your hand with the sternum. And then with the touch of your hand, very gently push your sternum, or just imagine that you're pushing, and move with the sternum backwards. And inhale forwards, exhale backwards. We're using the hand is not needed, but at first it's very good to make it conscious for the body. A touch is a very good tool for the body to feel where it needs to focus the movement. Inhale forwards and exhale backwards. Okay, and slowly relax. We will get back to different directions for this, but first let's do the same spine movement, only now. Previously we started from the bottom up, now we start from the top. So nose, chin, throat, sternum or chest, stomach, hip and knee. I usually inhale when I do this movement. When I move forwards with the chest, that's my inhale, and the rest is exhale. Make sure that, or at least try for moving the same distance with every body part. So if you move very much forward with the head, but only very little with the legs, then try to take back from the head and move more from the legs. It won't be perfect ever, but you can aim for it. The perfect practice is the practice you exercise with attention. Okay, slowly stop, relax again. Everything, especially if you're doing it for the first time, it may be a bit hard for the nervous system to process all these new information, these new movements. Now we will do the same spine wave, only try on one leg. We will do it in a way, I will stand diagonal, do it in a way that you just start this spine movement, starting from the top again, and slowly start to move your weight over to your left leg, and there's less and less weight on the right leg, but keep the movement up all the time. And you may feel that the right leg, there's so little weight that it wants to elevate, and then let it elevate. You can bend it a little so it completely elevates from the ground. If you fall out of balance, you can just go back into it. And slowly put back your right leg. Start to put more weight on it. Go back to the middle. Keep up the movement. And then slowly transition to your other leg. Put more weight on the right leg. Less weight on the left. Keep up the movement. And slowly, if you may be able to elevate, maybe it's just on the ground with very little weight. Both are completely fine. If you can, then elevate. And slowly transition back to the middle. And stop. Sigh once. And relax. These were the basic spine waves. Now we will do horizontal first, and then we will do a half-sided or one-sided. So horizontal, we will do horizontal circles with our sternum. The rest of the body, it can move, but this leads the movement. Try to imagine a horizontal circle with the sternum and try to do little circles. You can go very slow, very conscious. You can have it relaxed. Make sure don't try too hard, because then the body will just flex itself and it won't be relaxed. So try to relax the body. Try to let the movement through it. Other direction. Okay, relax. And let's do now there's a horizontal circle with the head as well. That's I think I won't go into it now, but you can practice a horizontal circle with the head as well, since it's the top part of the spine. It can be considered as a spine, but it's not the scope of this exercise now. And let's do the last part. You move forward your right leg, or one of your legs, and then you move the hip and the whole body in front. And then to move the other, you have to use basically the same spine wave. And you start walking, like doing little spine waves. Make sure, at first it may be very, you don't have to throw your shoulder into it or anything. It should stay slow and relaxed. And just walk around like this. It takes some time to get used to this, to make it smooth. And at first you may stop longer in the stops and imagine the movement itself, and then move. Okay. Relax a bit, just walk around. And we can do this with a bit of twist, that we start with our right leg, and we don't finish the movement with the right shoulder, but with the left. So we basically switch sides around the middle of the body. Try to let through the movement. Try to relax the body. If the body is flexed, you can do this effortlessly and, well, beautifully. Okay, relax a bit. These are all practices you can just practice every day. I mean, you don't need to warm up for these. You don't need to take a little time. Just stand up and go out in the kitchen like this. Maybe if it pops in your mind, not every time, of course. And there's one last. We will start with right leg, finish with left shoulder. It's the same as before. But now we don't go with the other leg, but we start from the top and create a wave in the other direction, which brings the leg front. So start with right leg, left shoulder, and start from left shoulder, left leg, right leg, left shoulder, left leg. A bit more relaxed, but it's fine. This is how it starts, and it's fine. It can always be a bit smoother, a bit more effortless. And since this is one-sided, if you start with right leg, then you should switch legs and start with left leg as well. And if you go with left leg, right shoulder, right leg. Yeah. These practices seem so easy, but they are not when you do it for the first time. Okay, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy practicing these spine waves. They are really very useful to teaching the body these kind of movements which are essential for the health of the spine. Thank you. Have a nice day.